Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of Among Us, you've probably heard the buzz about Among Us 3D, the shiny new version of our favorite social deduction game, set to drop on PC without VR on May 6, 2025. But how does it stack up against the classic Among Us 2D that we've all been obsessed with since 2018? Today, we're diving deep into a head-to-head comparison of Among Us 2D versus Among Us 3D. From graphics to gameplay, features, and more, we'll break it all down to help you decide which version is right for you. So, grab your emergency meeting button and let's get started. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gaming content. 1. The basics. What are these games? Let's start with Among Us 2D, the OG that took the world by storm. Released in 2018 by Innersloth, Among Us 2D is a multiplayer game where you play as either a crewmate, completing tasks to keep the spaceship running, or an imposter, sneaking around to sabotage and eliminate the crew. Its simple 2D top-down graphics, quirky animations, and addictive social deduction gameplay made it a global hit, especially in 2020 when streamers and YouTubers brought it to the mainstream. Available on iOS, Android, PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox, it's super accessible and supports crossplay across all these platforms. Now, enter Among Us 3D, the next evolution. Originally launched as Among Us VR in 2022, it's being rebranded as Among Us 3D and will launch on Steam for PC without VR requirements on May 6, 2025. This version takes the same core gameplay crewmates versus imposters but reimagines it in a fully 3D environment with first-person tasks, proximity voice chat, and deeper customization. It's crossplay compatible with the VR version, but here's the kicker. It's not compatible with Among Us 2D, so you can't play with your friends on the original game. Both games are built on the same concept, but the experience? Totally different vibes. 2. Graphics and immersion. First up, let's talk visuals. Among Us 2D has that iconic, minimalist 2D art style. Think cute, bean-shaped astronauts bouncing around in maps like the Skeld or Polis. The top-down perspective gives you a clear view of the map, which is great for spotting sneaky imposters or planning your sabotage. It's simple, charming, and doesn't demand much from your device, making it perfect for casual gaming on your phone or an older PC. Among Us 3D, on the other hand, is a complete glow-up. The 3D environment pulls you right into the spaceship. You're no longer watching from above, you're in the game, running through corridors, dodging vents, and completing tasks in first person. This makes every moment feel more intense, like you're actually part of the crew. The lighting, textures, and animations are way more detailed, and it's a huge leap for immersion. But it comes at a cost. You'll need a decent PC to run it smoothly, with specs like an Intel i5-4590, 8GB of RAM, and an NVIDIA GTX 1060, according to the Steam page. So, which is better? If you love the nostalgic, easy-to-pick-up vibe, 2D's got you covered. But if you're craving a more cinematic, immersive experience, 3D is where it's at. 3. Gameplay and features. Let's get into the meat of it. Gameplay. Among Us 2D is all about simplicity. You've got 4 to 15 players in a lobby, split into crewmates and imposters. Crewmates complete tasks like wiring or scanning, while imposters fake tasks, sabotage systems, and take out the crew. The game shines in its social deduction emergency meetings where you debate who's acting sus are pure chaos and fun. You rely on text chat or external apps like Discord for communication, which can be a hassle, but also adds to the charm. The game's been updated with new roles like engineer and scientist, keeping things fresh. Among Us 3D keeps the same core but spices it up. Lobbies are smaller, with 4 to 10 players, which makes games feel more intimate but potentially less chaotic. The biggest game changer is proximity voice chat. Imagine running into a crewmate in a hallway and actually talking to them, but if you're too far, you can't hear each other. This makes imposter plays way sneakier and crewmate teamwork more intense. Tasks are also revamped. Think first-person minigames that feel like you're actually fixing wires or calibrating systems. Plus, there's deeper customization. Mix and match hats, gloves, and skins for endless combos. One downside? Among Us 3D currently has just one map, the Skeld, compared to 2D's multiple maps like Mira HQ and Airship, but Innersloth has promised updates, so we might see more maps post-launch. 4. Community and accessibility. Community is a huge factor. Among Us 2D has a massive, established player base. With over 615,000 positive reviews on Steam and crossplay across mobile, PC, and consoles, Finding a match is a breeze. Whether you're playing on your phone during a break or on your PS5 with friends, the game's accessibility is unmatched. It's also super affordable free on mobile with ads, or just $5 on PC and consoles. Among Us 3D's community is newer and smaller, especially since it's tied to the VR version for now. The Steam page for Among Us VR, now 3D, has 76% positive reviews from 2,333 users, which is solid, but nowhere near 2D's numbers. The non-VR PC launch in 2025 should boost the player base, but it's limited to PC and VR for now, with no word on mobile or console ports. Crossplay with VR is cool, but the lack of compatibility with 2D means you might need to convince your friends to switch. Pricing details for the PC version aren't out yet, but expect it to be higher than 2D given the upgraded tech. 5. Which should you play? So, which version is right for you? Let's break it down. Choose Among Us 2D if you want a tried and true experience with a huge community, crossplay across all platforms, and that classic 2D charm. It's perfect for casual gamers, mobile players, or anyone who doesn't want to upgrade their setup. Plus, you can jump in right now, no waiting required. Choose Among Us 3D if you're excited for a fresh, immersive take on Among Us with 3D graphics, proximity chat, and first-person tasks. It's ideal for players with a decent PC or VR headset who want a more intense, modern experience. Just be ready to wait until May 2025 for the full PC release and maybe deal with a smaller player base at launch. One big thing to keep in mind, the games aren't compatible. If your friends are on 2D, you'll need to stick with it to play together. But if you're starting fresh or your squad is down to try 3D, it could be a game changer. 6. Future potential and updates. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the future of these games. Among Us 2D has been a masterclass in longevity. Since its 2018 launch, Innersloth has kept it fresh with new maps like the airship, roles like Shapeshifter, and even collabs with brands like Fortnite and Scream. The community's still thriving, and with crossplay across every major platform, it's not going anywhere soon. Innersloth's commitment to updates means we'll likely see more content, maybe new tasks or skin stow keep 2D exciting for years. Among Us 3D, being the newer kid on the block, has massive potential but some growing pains. Right now, it's limited to one map, the Skeld, which could feel repetitive compared to 2D's variety. However, Innersloth has a solid track record, and they've teased more content post-launch, like new maps, tasks, or even expanded customization. The proximity voice chat and first-person tasks are already game changers, and the 2025 PC release could make 3D a serious contender if it builds a strong community. The crossplay with VR is a unique selling point, but its success will depend on how quickly Innersloth expands the content and whether they bring it to consoles or mobile down the line. Which game has the brighter future? 2D's got the edge for now with its established fanbase and constant updates, but 3D could steal the spotlight if Innersloth nails the launch and keeps the content flowing. Either way, both games are proof that Among Us is here to stay. And there you have it, Among Us 2D versus Among Us 3D. Both games bring something unique to the table, whether it's the classic chaos of 2D or the immersive thrill of 3D. Which one are you leaning toward? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know if you're hyped for the 3D release in 2025. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more gaming breakdowns, and share it with your crew. Until next time, stay unsuspicious, and I'll catch you in the next video.